Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was recording a reading that I was going to post for you guys, but it was literally becoming impossible to finish it. There were so many interruptions, and I definitely was being tested, and my patience. My 1-year-old is a little sneezy coffee with the seasons changing and everything, and she was fighting her nap. Like, she was fighting it so hard. She did not want to take a nap at all. And anything that she could do to distract herself, she would just do it and distract herself. And I'm just like, but I'm trying to make a video. So I am going to just do channeled intuitive messages. I'm not even about to do the cards right now. I finally put her down for a nap, and I'm about to just chill and vibe with you guys. So yeah, give me 1 second. Cause like I was truly getting very, very, very overwhelmed, and I'm like, because I'm definitely used to having like my partner, you know, to be there with me if I need help or if I'm filming or something like that. So I'm transitioning of getting out of a relationship and like being on my own, and like I enjoy being on my own, honestly, because I'm very self-sacrificial and very like, the way I show love is through servitude and like acts of kindness and stuff like that. So when it comes to maintaining a household, like that definitely is who I am, but like not to the extent to where like, I don't know, like when you're giving to the wrong people, you're always gonna feel drained and you're never gonna have enough energy for yourself, and it's always gonna be you putting everybody else over yourself. And like that was essentially the only problem, was that like I wasn't getting the adequate reciprocation of what I was doing back, and like ultimately just was tired of doing the work for multiple people. Like I can be responsible for myself and for my child, but I can't like sacrifice my mental health and my well-being just to have an extra pair of hands there for possible help maybe. um so yeah, and like that was something I had to like come to terms with, and like accept and appreciate. Just like, hey, you know, if this is gonna be harder with another person, you might as well do it on your own. Like, and of course there are like multiple other things in between that contributes to why, but I feel like the collective is just like the people that are in hermit mode and have been in hermit mode. You went into hermit mode because you were just done outpouring to everybody else and you weren't getting anything in return, and you really had to stop giving to everybody else and give to yourself. And I feel like in that time that you spend doing that, you really learned how strong you are and how resilient you are, because when it came to you showing up for yourself, you were able to show up for yourself in the ways that you needed to. Of course, like we always want to grow and we always want to make room for change and whatnot, but like to the extent of, you know, each transition in life just kind of comes so flawlessly because you're just so used to handling things on your own. And yeah, I feel like gaining that independence and gaining it outside of being attached to somebody else, like you get to claim everything that you're about to do and everything that you're about to step in. Like, you get to claim it for yourself because you truly worked hard to get there. I see the white butterfly. You truly worked hard to get there. You truly put in the effort to get there. You've built something till its fullest capacity, and it's like time for it to like blossom. And it's like, yay! Like, this is good. This is good. I feel like I definitely just transitioned from my own story to like my own story helped me channel that message for the collective. Uh, yeah, the collective is just, especially like, I'll speak to women right now because I feel called to, especially speak to women right now because I'm definitely coming for more of a emotional woman place right now. The pressure you feel to walk away from something that no longer is good for you, you may be comparing it to what kind of pressure you're going to go under if you walk away from your relationship. Especially if you have children with this person, you may be contemplating if dealing with, and this is like even from childhood trauma, like as children, like my idea was, okay, well, if I can't deal with and don't want to tolerate the mental and physical abuse that I'm getting here, then I should just leave, right? Because that way you're not responsible for me and I can just take care of myself. This was a thought that I had as a child, very young child. Like when I was like 10, I'm pretty sure I thought this thought. And there's a point where it comes to you realizing that you're subjecting yourself to what it is that you're used to receiving because you have fear of ending up in another situation that may or may not go good. And a part of you doesn't have the capacity to think or dream up of positive scenarios and positive situations because you keep experiencing these, damn, I wish I could say that word. That was a really good word to put in there, but I can't say it. It starts with a T. You guys are saying it. You probably know, but those situations that are just, you're putting yourself in bad situations because you don't think that it could get any better than what it is, and you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not being true about what it is that you can accomplish, and you're not even thinking about the things that you have accomplished. And maybe this is because the people around you who don't really even know you have given you a perception of yourself, and maybe you aren't aware that you've been going by that perception because you've kind of just been tunnel vision, ignoring the red flags because you don't really want to step into, not that you don't want to, you're just nervous about, damn, if I change this part of my life, like what does that leave me with, especially as a parent. Like, I just became a parent. This is my first child, and at the beginning of my pregnancy, I had the long conversation about what I wanted this scenario and this situation to be with my partner, to make sure we were on the same page. And I was completely lied to. Like, I was lied to even from like the beginning. Like, I was just lied to the whole entire time. And I was holding on to something, disregarding the abuse because I didn't want to allow myself to accept that this situation was what it was and that I had been bamboozled, and my ego just couldn't accept it. Like, my ego was like, nah, I didn't just get played. Like, there's no way that, like, there's no way that this is what's happening. Like, there's no way that this is happening to me. Like, so much so that every really bad moment in my relationship, I will block it out of my head and just not think about it anymore. It's not like I forgot, I just wouldn't think about it, and I would just move forward with the same delusional thought that things would get better and everything would be fine, and in fear of what the other side of it looked like for me, because I wouldn't have my partner there to help me with our child anymore. I was living in a different state where I didn't have any of my friends or my family there, and there was no support for me. And when I was home, like, I had detached so much from my friends, because I will say that, like, my friends are more so who I call my family. And since I was in this relationship, I just kept detaching from everybody, and it's because of the circumstances of my relationship, and it didn't hit me until I had moved to another state what was going on in my relationship and why these things were happening. And once I came to understanding what was going on, I really had to allow myself, an orange and red, orange, black, and yellow butterfly just flew past. Flew straight up to the window. I had to recognize the issues very fast too, so that I could backtrack what was going on. Because when you get pulled into an abusive relationship, you lose huge senses and parts of yourself. And when everything kind of just explodes in your face, it feels like the end of the fucking world. It feels like the end of the world, but then it also feels like the beginning of your own life. Like, no shit. Like, when all this shit was going on, at the end of it, I was happy, because I was like, the things that have been holding me back are no longer holding me back, and I can really go after what it is that I want to go after. And, like, I have my friends now. I have the support that I need from the people that are giving it to me, and that my own community is, like, still growing, and there's still, life always compensates. So what you don't have, life always makes up for it. And I still know that I still have so many people to meet and just so many souls to come in touch with. But, like, none of this would have ever been possible for me if I hadn't walked away from what I had walked away from. So I guess the point is don't be afraid to leave things behind, because the divine is always going to replace them with an upgrade. Especially if you've upgraded yourself throughout these situations, the divine is always going to match your energy, and sometimes maybe even fucking, let me set the example for you. Let me give you some examples of what it is that you're striving to be around. Like, millionaires don't hang out with millionaires, hang out with other millionaires. They talk about millionaire shit. Like, they do millionaire shit. Your circle is what you will become. And yeah, I guess I just feel like it's important for the collective to know and understand, like, shed that skin, baby, because new skin comes back and it looks way better. Like, way better. Like, it looks way better. Like, when you clip your hair and then your hair starts growing, it's like, oh my god, my hair is so much more fuller since I got rid of those dead ends. Like, so everything has its expiration date, and it's important to just allow things to be let go of when they need to be let go. Because let me tell you, I had multiple times where I stood in my intuition and I left my relationship, but because I was scared and didn't know what the future held, I went back to it and I fucked up. Like, I truly fucked up. Like, it took something dramatic happening in order for me to learn my lesson, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through that. Like, I feel like I'm responsible to, and I'm only one person, right? Like, it's not some weird responsible, like, it's not anything weird behind it, but I do feel very responsible to, like, share my story with women, especially younger women. I'm only 25. I'm about to be 26, and to me, that's still young as fuck. Like, that's still young as fuck. Because 30s to me are young too. Like, you're still learning and developing into adulthood. Like, but anyways, to just share my story and give a perspective, especially for, women who are going through the similar situation that I'm going through. I've used my spirituality to guide me away from the darkness and into the light, back to my own truest nature of just being happy and, like, happy, because I'm always happy, and I just was going so long without being happy, and I just was in something that I couldn't see, and it became very dangerous, and it's really scary to be experiencing something and not really know what it is that you're experiencing. So I've been called to share my story with you guys, to share all of what's been going on and the trials and tribulations. Use these stories and these things to metaphorically speak to you guys about, what's going on in your life, or what could be going on in your life. Just everything under the sun. It's really important to just stay on your own path and stay true to what it is that you want to do, and not allow these codependencies, especially within these relationships, to become your reality, because you can get so lost in something that you don't even want, to the point to where it can be hard to even pick another path, and or have the ability to be able to pick another path. Like, I couldn't think straight while all this shit was just unfolding and unraveling and happening, and, like, I could be in a different place had I made different decisions. And I had to learn, the people that are hurting me don't care about hurting me. Like, I don't have to continue to feel as though I have to protect them, because they definitely aren't trying to protect me like they're trying to hurt me. And that was a really big lesson for me to learn. And spirituality really just has connected me to that inner voice when everything feels like it's just the end and everything is just too much. It has connected me with the divine, and being able to hear where to go when I feel like I don't know where to go or what to do. Um, yeah, which is really nice to have that insight, and it comes with the responsibility to follow and take heed to what it is that you're being told, because my ego wouldn't let me let go of my relationship, because I didn't want to let go of what it was that I said that I wanted. And it wasn't that I had to let go of what I said that I wanted, but I had to let go of the person because the person didn't line up to what it was that I was asking for and who I was becoming within myself. So that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. It's just a collective, intuitive reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If you guys want to open up or share any of your stories, check out the comment section. Also, check out the description link to see a link to my Discord group if you guys want to join, just for some chitter chatter and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.